So the game begins and it opens up with a nice scenic shot of Ubisoft Montreal headquarters, where Ubisoft crafts its art. If you've played the previous Far Cry games, you'll know that the game's story typically revolves around a charismatic and eccentric villain. This one I'm going to refer to as Man Bun Jesus. So after that load screen, we get to enjoy a pretty good looking pre-rendered cutscene, starring a character who looks like Drew Barrymore if instead of acting she had 3 kids and an alcohol problem. Or just Drew Barrymore if she didn't act. Hey look, it's Baked Alaska! So Man Bun Jesus speaks some pretty controversial rhetoric on Baked Alaska's live stream, and they decide to gouge out Andy Worski's eyes on the live stream to boost the ratings for their edgy content. Which of course leads to their content being censored by the reptilian fascists at YouTube.
Hey, Rookie.
So Far Cry 5 takes place in Montana and does a decent job of representing the remote state. This statue in the beginning is very reminiscent of a statue of the Virgin Mary in Butte, Montana. Also, am I to believe that these rednecks constructed that statue? It took 6 years for the construction of the Lady of the Rockies, but I'm to believe that this crazy cult just sprang this shit up under people's noses?
How much longer?
That thing can't pass safety regulations. Someone's gonna get crushed under Man Bun Jesus' giant fucking nose. You find yourself with several federal agents and a local sheriff serving a warrant to Man Bun Jesus, who resides in a heavily armed remote compound filled with hundreds of psychotic and devout followers, making your party of 4 feel a little bit understaffed for the job. I will say the music and atmosphere builds a creepy and unsettling opening that I haven't seen since Far Cry 3. It's great to have that edge back. Far Cry 4 never gave me a true sense of fear and isolation like Far Cry 3 managed to. Far Cry 5 is much in that same spirit. Apparently the cult fanatics are referred to as Peggies, which is some acronym that I don't care enough to remember. As the helicopter lands, you get a good look at the Peggies with their flamethrowers? That can't be legal. Is that legal?
Hear from us in 15 minutes. Send in everyone. Call the goddamn National Guard if you have.
Why didn't we send everyone in the first place? Why do we have to be the fucking canary in the coal mine?
Keep your guns in your holsters.
Fuck that.
Let me do the talking. Got it? Got it. Rookie!
Yeah, I said fuck that.
They don't respect badges much up here.
They'll respect a 9mm.
Not every.
A 9mm? They're armed with flamethrowers and M4s. I don't think they give a fuck about your 9mm. I know Montreal is in Canada, but what do they think America's gun laws are like? Look at these stupid dogs barking in each other's. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Relax, Sheriff. You're about to get your name in the paper.
Yeah, in the obituaries. Apparently Man Bun Jesus likes his sermons to be super creepy and not well lit. The marshal shows Man Bun Jesus the warrant and asks pretty please with a cherry on top if he would kindly come peacefully. To which Man Bun Jesus does agree. So we arrest Jan Bun Jesus, and the whole time he creepily sings this church hymn. Honestly, it's kind of a downer. I prefer the Baptist choir music personally. Spice it up a bit. The helicopter crashes and Man Bun Jesus pops out and basically tells you
Deus Vult.
I told you God wouldn't let you take me.
He also radios the dispatch that you had communications with to let you know that you are truly fucked as you hear the dispatcher praise his name.
Father, praise be to you.
Hey, those are some nice
Rapist glasses.
Man Bun Jesus tells his followers to drag your partner away so he can put those glasses to use while you and the marshal escape. More parallels to Far Cry 3 become apparent as you run through an unfamiliar forest for your life while people are shooting at your heels, screaming and taunting you all the way. And I'm glad to see that feeling of isolation is back, a feature that was defining for previous Far Cries. You meet back up with the marshal as he laments that he only brought a 9mm to face an army of cultists.
Told you!
So he hands you an assault rifle and arms himself with a 9mm. Then of course the bang bangs and the pew pews. Then you get in a truck and more bang bang, pew pew. Then you drive off a bridge. And then you're rescued by a
Mostly it
guy
means
who
we're
looks
all fucked.
who looks like my fucking dad. Oh my god. Oh my god, you can customize your character in this one? Perfect! And then more. Should I kill this bitch? Should I stockpile weapons for Jesus? Should I subscribe to Two Guys in Lawn Chairs? All in all, I am far more excited to crack open this game than I was the Oh my god. Look at that water. It looks so real. Look at that shit. That's fucking art.